Hello everybody, it's Mick from Jester Bushcraft, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a look at the Victure HC100, and I'm going to be giving you some hints and tips that I've sort of learnt along the way as I've been using mine, that hopefully you'll be able to use to get more out of your wildlife camera. I'm going to start by giving you a brief overview of the camera, and you can pause it at any time so you can read the information in more detail. Camera height is important. Photo and video mode. Video only mode. Different securing methods. I always like to carry a couple of fixing options when I go out with my wildlife camera. This is obviously the stock webbing strap that you get, and you can see it's quite long. Obviously you just feed it through there, and then you've got all that to put through, and then you wrap it around your tree and you tie it, put it through there, and you've got to try and hold that to the tree whilst you're feeding that through. It can be a bit fiddly, it's not too bad, but it is quite a long strap. So I also carry this little shorter strap which just has a buckle snap sort of fixing on it. This has come out of an old action camera actually. It's just the right size, so you can see there, you'll be able to get that around some kind of sapling or a fence post. And then this is just another option. This is just a Velcro option, which will just go through and secure, doing the same thing, but it's just a quick fix if I need to. I do have a fourth option, which is this. This is something I've just fashioned. These are just them bendy sort of ties you can get, 2 long ones, and I've bolted them to the underside of this, again from an action camera mount, and then I've fixed this piece here. It's obviously flexible, can move that to any angle, and then that would just secure into there, so that would sit off the tree like that, and once it's secured I can then angle the camera that way however I want, whereas when you're just using the strap you've got to angle it on the tree, maybe put in a stick behind. That just gives you the option to give you a bit more flexibility, but maybe not quite as secure as the strap, because even when that's on the tree it will flex a little bit, but that shouldn't be an issue. But those are just the options I always take out with me. Right, okay, I'll just take you through the menu. So we've got the on-off button there, and you've got your up and your down, and your OK to select. Your up button is also to go into the menu, and your down button is to go into any footage you've recorded. I hope you can see this okay. You can see there where the micro SD card goes in. So that's the camera currently working. You can see it when it's viewing. So you hold the menu button. So there's your menu. Your monitor delay is the amount of time the camera stays on before it goes into actual sort of recording mode. So it gives you 30 seconds to sort of get out of the way, and you'll see that from a red flashing light on the front of the camera. Go down to mode, that's currently in video mode. You can either have it in camera mode where it just takes photos, or camera and photo. Photo size, all these are pretty much self-explanatory. It's just the size of photo you're taking. Obviously the higher the number, the better quality photo it is. Video size, similar thing, the usual options there. Picture number, when you're in photo mode it can take from 1 up to 3 photos. Video length, I have mine set at 15 seconds, which seems plenty. 30 seconds you might have a lot of blank footage with nothing on it. Interval, that's the amount of time in between videos or photos. It waits 5 seconds before it records again, so you're going to get a 5-second delay, and you can't go any lower than 5 seconds. Those are your options. Some of these I don't actually use. Time lapse, don't use that. I can only assume it's like any time lapse you have on your camera, it sort of takes a photo after a certain amount of time. Timestamp, I always have that on because it's good to have the information when you get your photos back in your video. The photos have the temperature on as well, where the video doesn't. Time switch, I'll be honest, I'm not sure what that is. I don't have mine on, so I'm not sure what that one actually is. Password, if somebody finds your camera, they can't get into it, but once they've got your camera you've lost it anyway, so it doesn't really matter, unless you're recording something secretive. Serial number set, again, don't know what that is, never used it. PIR sensitivity, I have mine set at high because I want it to trigger for pretty much anything. But I find it doesn't trigger for like swaying branches or anything like that. It's got to be a reasonable amount of movement. Language, pretty obvious, I'm in English. And that is to format the micro SD card. That's for setting your clock, same as any other camera or watch or whatever. Default just takes you back to default. Beep sound, you can hear it as I'm scrolling through, it's beeping. You can take that off if you want. Volume record, if you don't want any sound on it, you can take that off. Volume play, I don't even know what that is. I've just got that on normal. With regard to sound, I don't think it really matters. And that's just your system settings. That just tells you all about the different versions. And to go back, oh, no, I don't want to do that. I'll come out. There you go. And then you menu again to come back out. Now, if I hold down on that button, if I had had any files in there, it would have shown me what footage I've got, and I could scroll through and then press OK to play it. But as it is, I've just deleted all the files off ready for tonight's recording. So that should take me back. That's set to go. And if I leave that now, it will actually start counting down after the 30 seconds, because that's what we set it to. It'll start counting down and then it'll begin to record. You can see it counting down now, but I'm going to turn it off. And there you go. So that's your menu settings. So I'm going to conclude by giving you a few pointers just to remember when you get your camera. First one is, make sure you're using good quality batteries. Always think about your camera position depending on the target that you're going to be trying to capture on video. Think about the height, think about whether you need to angle the camera down by just wedging a stick behind the camera when you secure it to the tree. Always try to avoid any obstructions like little branches or twigs in front of the lens, or maybe just ahead of the camera in front of the lens, because at night it will make that particular obstruction glow white and it may put your target out of focus, so always bear that in mind. Persistence is the key. You've got to stick with it. Maybe look for tracks initially, just so you know there's a particular animal in the area, and then stick with that area and maybe just alter your camera position over time until you get the shots that you're after. And if you want to know more about the Victure HC100, then I'll put a link in the description below that you can take a look at. So I hope you enjoyed that and you found that of use for when you're using your wildlife camera. If you did, give us a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, which you'll find here, or the one down there. And don't forget to click on that bell icon so you don't miss out on my next video. Okay, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.